President.
Majority Whip.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, all across the country, people are starting to fill out their tax returns. Now, usually this is a time of the year that the American people dread, but not this year. This year it is different. And it's different because of legislation that we passed and that was signed into law on the 4th of July. And the reason it's different this year is the American people will be getting bigger and bigger tax refunds than they have in the past. This financial relief is the direct result of the Republicans' working families tax law. The tax cuts are dramatic. Republicans pledged to cut taxes. We did it for middle-class families. These are people that need a much-needed boost in the money in their pockets. We delivered. The Tax Foundation estimates that the average refund this year will be about $1,000 higher than it was last year. $1,000 for each one of these refunds. And the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, believes that the refunds will be even larger than that. In total, American families will receive this year in refunds about $100 billion more than last year. This is money going directly into the pockets of American families. And working families know best how to use that money. Families know what money they want to spend, they want to save, they want to invest. Let's let the American people make that decision, not the government. Republicans' policies mean Americans keep more of the money that they've earned. That's what they've been telling us for years. And all of these policies were signed into law as part of the Working Family Tax Cuts law. A permanent lower tax rate on Americans. A permanent increase in the standard deductions. A permanent increase in the child tax credit. $2,200 for each child each year. No taxes on tips for waiters or barbers or bartenders, other tipped workers. No tax on overtime for nurses and firefighters, police officers, coal miners, linemen. Higher payments for millions of seniors living on Social Security. Importantly, Mr. President, all of the tax changes that I've just mentioned apply retroactively. It's on last year's earnings, so the benefits are going to be realized in this year's tax returns. That means that Americans are paying lower taxes not just in the future, but right now, today. And just about every single taxpayer in America is going to benefit. Republicans' working families tax law cut breaks. The Americans are now free of the punishing taxes of Joe Biden's unaffordable economy. And that was an administration of high prices and high taxes. America hasn't experienced such a dramatic turnaround since Ronald Reagan reversed the failures of Jimmy Carter. Moreover, last year, Republicans blocked the Democrats' goal to raise taxes by $4 trillion. Every single Democrat in the United States Senate, every single Democrat in this chamber voted to increase taxes by $4 trillion. Had Democrats succeeded, our nation wouldn't see this largest tax cut. We would have seen the largest tax increase in American history. A $4 trillion tax increase. Not a single American would say that a $4 trillion tax increase was something they could afford. But the Democrats wanted to force-feed it down the American people's throats. Democrats are proven to be the party of high taxes. And it's getting worse, Mr. President. Last week in Virginia, they swore in a Democrat governor. In the state of Virginia, Democrats now control the House, the Senate, and the governor's mansion. And they are determined to steer it hard to the left. Virginia is a roadmap to the radical policies that Democrats want to pursue nationwide. So what do they want to do? Well, they want taxpayers to fund in-state tuition for illegal immigrants. There they go again. The Democrats, people that wanted to defund the police, People that shut down the government to support illegal immigrants now want to send in-state tuition to illegal immigrants. Democrats want to raise taxes anywhere they can think of it. They're going to do it in barbershops, nail salons, dry cleaners, and gyms. And, Mr. President, being in your home state of Montana, how do you think this would fly here? Democrats want to raise sales tax by 11% on all firearms and ammunition. That's what the Democrats are doing now in their effort in Virginia. That is their model. That's where they're heading. They even want to introduce a backdoor carbon tax, a tax that would increase families' electric bills by over $1,000 a year. That's going to wipe out what kind of the tax increases, the refund increases that families are going to get. The state of Virginia wants to take it away from the benefits that people are receiving. Democrats want to, it's astonishing. You can't believe this. They want to ban gas-powered leaf blowers because they don't want to use the gasoline, don't want to use gasoline. At the same time, they want to tax the battery-powered lawn equipment. So you can't use one made of gas, and you've got to pay more taxes when using batteries. These are far-left policies. And these things just prove the Democrat Party remains radical, extreme, dangerous, and scary. That's where they want to take the country. This is what their record reveals. Whether they're the radicals now that have taken over the government in the state of Virginia, whether they're in New York City, whether they're in California, or the Democrats right here in this Congress. Fortunately, for the pockets and the purses and the paychecks of Americans, Republicans are focused on making our country more prosperous. Like we promised to deliver prosperity for all Americans, that is exactly what we're doing, and the bigger refunds that Americans are going to see this year prove it. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor.